Star Wars Squadrons is now released, meaning we're flying like the galaxy's finest and likely blasting each other to bits, while some of us are also crashing into things. However you're playing the game, we've got some top tips for you. Hello everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome to Star Wars Now. Squadrons has released as of the 2nd of October. While the single player campaign has captured many, multiplayer via dogfighting and fleet battles is a real focus of the online gameplay. Of course, learning the flight style and combat techniques of each starfighter class in the game can be a little overwhelming, but don't worry, we've got some helpful tips that will get you started in Star Wars Squadrons. If you're new around here, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Star Wars Now. Let's jump into this. In at number 1, of course, our first tip for you is to play the single player campaign. While yes, it does seem enticing and exciting to jump straight into the online multiplayer and blast some rebel scum, the campaign does serve as a tutorial at the start, especially with the prologue mission. Not only setting up the time frame and environments you'll do online combat in, but also teaching you some tricks on taking down capital ships and dealing with other fighter classes. Even if you're not inclined to play the whole campaign, we would highly recommend the prologue mission, which should take you around 30 minutes or slightly more. This will introduce you to the basic flight mechanics and how to handle your starfighter from the get-go. Oh, if you do decide to complete the entire single player campaign, which we recommend you do, you will earn yourself some great cosmetic items for your starfighters. Coming in at number 2, flying and maneuvering in Star Wars Squadrons can seem complex, and at the start of your flying career, you might be getting shot down a fair bit. Don't worry, soon you'll be flying like an ace, but there's one key tip we can offer you: stopping. Don't do it. When chasing a target, you may be inclined to stop on the spot and fire at them from that location. While this does seem like a good idea, and some of us are guilty of doing it, it does leave you open to being targeted by the other squadron mates, as well as capital ships and frigates if you're playing fleet battles. Maneuverability is key, so always keep yourself moving around and make sure to balance and use your speed correctly. Speaking of maneuvering, our third tip revolves around boost drifting, as it's an efficient and straightforward way of maneuvering around the environment at a fast pace, while not losing speed. You'll be taught this in the campaign via an early mission, but getting the hang of it is really key for online multiplayer. To boost drift, simply press boost to go fast, then press and hold the same button on your chosen controller/keyboard and change direction. So you're pressing boost and holding it while changing direction. This will allow you to boost drift. Star Wars Squadrons does have a practice mode where you can try this out, and we would highly recommend it for anyone giving it a go. It will certainly help you in online multiplayer against the best of players and evading capital ships probably targeting you. Our fourth tip is all about shield power. Yes, unlimited power. No, but seriously, if you're flying a New Republic starfighter or the TIE Reaper, then managing your shield power is essential in combat situations. For example, if you're flying towards an Imperial Star Destroyer, setting shield power to the front would make sense to save you from the incoming fire. You can always rebalance your shields at a later time. This could be said if someone's on your rear as well. Set your shield power to backwards and you're going to protect your rear until your squad mates can come and assist you out. Technically this is 2 tips in one, but the same can be said for engine power or weapon power on the TIE fighters. The Galactic Empire's TIE fighters lack shields apart from the TIE Reaper, so therefore you have a choice of boosting engine or weapon power. This can be done by holding C on PC and then making your choice. You'll want to divert power to engines to refuel your boost, the same goes for weapons to recharge your TIE's lasers. Helpful if you're focusing on a capital ship. Number 5. Countermeasures are key, especially in online multiplayer, as you'll be coming up against a lot of other players firing missiles and ordnance in your direction. While your starfighter can be equipped with a range of countermeasure options, using them wisely is our top tip of the day. Your HUD will become alert when you're locked onto and being chased by a missile, for example. The red arrows indicate how far a missile is locked onto you and chasing you. While it makes sense to deploy your countermeasures instantly, this cannot work sometimes and the missile will still hit you, dealing critical damage. Instead, wait for the right moment, especially as the second and third red arrows blink, then deploy your countermeasures and boom, you've countered the enemy ordnance. This may take a few tries to find your sweet spot, but I definitely recommend at least waiting to that second arrow to deploy your countermeasures. In at number 6, perhaps you're struggling to handle your chosen starfighter. Don't worry, as we mentioned earlier, the game does come with a practice mode, so hop into that if you want to learn how to handle your starfighter in style, especially if you're not that experienced with it like I am with the TIE Bomber. I'm useless. Speaking of fighter experience, while you may want to hang on and constantly use your favourite, in my personal case the TIE Interceptor, it's important not to get stuck in one class. Take the time to learn the other classes like the Bomber, Support and Fighter, at least give them a couple of tries. Due to the meta, the Interceptor class is likely to become the one everyone uses in a few weeks, as the class is easy to master and pick up from the get-go. Taking the time to learn the other classes will allow you to stay one step ahead of the players at all times. Support ships can be really key in fleet battles, for assisting your squadron in the run up to capital ships. In at number 8, fancy a look around your fighter. You don't need a VR headset for this, simply use Free Look to explore the environment from the comfort of your cockpit. New Republic fighters are perfect for this, TIEs not so much. On PC, the keybind for Free Look is L. VR headsets can help with the Free Look, but it's understandable that not everyone has access to one of these. We'll be doing some videos on VR soon and how to get it working with your system, as well as the HOTAS setup for the ultimate Star Wars Squadrons experience. In at number 9, currency. You're going to want to keep an eye on this in-game. There are two types of currency which feed into progression as well. Don't worry, these are both in-game currencies as Squadrons has no microtransactions whatsoever. Glory and requisition points can be earned by playing Star Wars Squadrons and leveling up in online multiplayer. Glory can be spent on cosmetic items of your ships, such as new hull paint, stylish emblems, and even little trinkets for inside your cockpit. It can also be spent on character customization as well, such as new heads, flight suits, gloves, you get the gist. Now I personally have spent glory on the ISD Chimera flagship of Grand Admiral Thrawn. There's a little hologram that goes inside of my TIE Interceptor cockpit, but you can also pick up plenty of other little details. Perhaps if you're interested in the New Republic, then Chopper the droid from Star Wars Rebels as a hologram inside your cockpit might catch your fancy. Requisition points can be earned all the way up to level 40. At that point, you'll have unlocked all the custom components for your starfighter currently available. Requisition points will unlock your technical side of things like new shields, hull components, and even weapons like proton torpedoes. In at number 10, finally, progression. The currency we just spoke about builds into this, so I thought I'd split it into a separate tip. Star Wars Squadrons does also feature operations, ranks, and your career to focus on if you're playing the online multiplayer. Let's quickly explore this so you know what it's about and if you're doing well inside of the game. Daily challenges will pop up every day, as the name suggests. This is one type of a main form reward beyond post-match earnings. Operation challenges is another. Both are timed and work as rotating objectives that you can complete to get rewards while playing the game. Our tip here is to always check out the daily challenges and the Operation Challenge when you log into Star Wars Squadrons before jumping into multiplayer. If you can complete these challenges, then you'll be earned glory. For example, currently players will need to complete 20 daily challenges within 60 days roughly to unlock the Operation Challenge reward, which is a New Republic character customization helmet, a symbol of hope. The daily challenge will usually be simple, allowing players to get rewarded with glory to unlock other cosmetic items in-game. Now there is of course more details and a breakdown of how operations and ranks work, but that is more of an in-depth explanation we'll leave for another time. Expect further videos on how to get the best out of Star Wars Squadrons online multiplayer. For now, this should be enough to get you started within the game. That's our tips and tricks for Star Wars Squadrons today. Of course, if you have any of your own tips that you've picked up while playing the game so far, then be sure to share them with us via the comment section below. For now, I've been Jack here on Star Wars Now, and we'll see you next time. May the Force be with you, always.